So, what does the future of AI really look like? Not some sci fi fantasy, but through the eyes of someone who's actually building it. Today, we're diving into the vision of OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman, laid out in his article, The Intelligence Age. He believes we're standing on the edge of the next great chapter in human history, and we're going to break down exactly what he means by that. Altman kicks things off with this incredibly bold claim. Just think about that for a second. He's not talking about small, incremental improvements. He's framing what's coming as something that would look like actual, straight-up magic to generations before us. This one sentence really sets the stage for a transformation that's, well, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. So what makes this moment so different from any other big invention? Well, according to Altman, we're not just getting a new tool. Nope, he argues we're witnessing the dawn of an entirely new historical era. And to really get the scale he's talking about, he puts this moment right alongside the biggest shifts in all of human history. Like the agricultural age when we went from hunting to farming, or the industrial age when we moved from farms to factories. He's saying the next great leap, the one powered by AI, is just as big. He calls it the intelligence age. Altman uses this really powerful metaphor to explain it, a scaffolding of progress. The idea is that every generation builds on top of what the last one discovered and built. And his whole argument is that AI is about to let us add new layers to the scaffolding at a speed we have never, ever seen before, letting us build things we couldn't have even imagined building on our own. It's a massive idea, for sure. But what's the engine driving this new age? What's the core technological breakthrough that even makes all of this possible? That's the critical question, isn't it? I mean, after centuries of steady, sometimes slow progress, why now? What was the switch that suddenly flipped, putting us on the fast track to this intelligence age? The answer, in Altman's own words, is almost shockingly simple. It's 3 words that basically changed everything. Deep learning worked. It wasn't just a fad or a lucky break. The fundamental science behind modern AI, it actually delivered on its promise. He expands on this with a simple 3-step chain reaction. First, the technology worked. Then, and this is absolutely crucial, it got predictably better the more data and computing power you threw at it. It scaled. And finally, because we saw that pattern, we invested massive, unbelievable resources to accelerate it. That feedback loop right there, that's the engine of this revolution. Okay, so we have the engine. The next logical question is, where is it taking us? In his article, Altman pivots from the how to the what, the tangible, world-changing results he sees coming over the horizon. And he gets really specific about what this could mean for our everyday lives. I mean, imagine having your own personal team of AI experts to help you with anything, or virtual tutors that are perfectly tailored to exactly how your kid learns, or even the ability to just describe a piece of software you want and have an AI build it for you. This is the near future that he's painting a picture of. But look, all these individual tools, they're really just building towards a much, much bigger goal. For Altman, the ultimate prize is a level of shared prosperity that makes our current world look limited by comparison. The core idea here is that everyone's quality of life can be dramatically, fundamentally improved. But, and this is a huge but, he warns that this amazing future is not guaranteed. Altman presents humanity with a very stark choice. If we build enough infrastructure, enough energy, enough computer chips to make intelligence abundant for everyone, we get that shared prosperity. If we don't, AI becomes a scarce resource, a tool for the wealthy that nations could actually end up fighting wars over. The stakes could not be higher. And that really brings the risks into sharp focus. Altman is crystal clear that the road ahead is filled with both incredible promise and very serious peril. This is not some simple utopian fantasy. It's a high-stakes journey that we have to navigate with extreme care. I mean, the 2 sides of this coin are just staggering. On one hand, the potential is almost biblical, things like fixing climate change or becoming a multi-planetary species. But the perils are just as profound, massive disruption to the labor market and the potential for misuse on a scale we have never, ever had to face before. To tackle the fear of job loss, which is what a lot of us think about, Altman offers this perspective. He points out that the job of a lamplighter became obsolete, and guess what? Nobody misses it. So many of our jobs today would be completely unimaginable to someone from the 1800s. He's arguing that AI won't get rid of our desire to be useful, it's just going to create new and more powerful ways for us to contribute. So, as we pull all these different threads together, we get to what Altman sees as the single defining characteristic of this new age. The future it's going to create is, from where we're standing today, truly unimaginable. And this is Altman's ultimate conclusion. He's basically admitting that any attempt to describe this future in detail is just going to fall short, because he believes the potential is just that enormous. It's a pretty powerful statement of his optimism about what humanity, amplified by AI, can really achieve. And that leaves us with this final thought. A lamplighter from the 1800s would see our world today as pure magic. So, following that same logic, what will the world our children and grandchildren live in even look like? What becomes possible when intelligence itself is no longer a scarce resource? That right there is the central question of the intelligence age.